camp practice has gone for you guys?
It's going well. A little sluggish today in spots. At the end, got a little bit tired, but it was good. We did some live work today, ones versus ones, so that was good. And guys got after it. So I was glad we were tackling good and we were hitting.
Has Hirschman been a full participant this week?
Yeah, he has. He threw some in there today. He was doing some stuff. So yeah, he did everything that as a normal backup.
Was he there yesterday?
Yeah, he was there yesterday too. Yeah, he's been since Monday. He was actually throwing some on Friday. So.
How much are you tapering in contact this week, and how much will you do next week?
We'll continue to hit through this week, and then we'll see where we're at as far as what we do next week.
Josh Hardigan had a good year last year getting after the quarterback. Do you see him as just as dangerous in this new jack position? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I think all of our guys, I think we've done a good job, Tui and Canavis, of getting those guys getting off the ball and converting from run to pass rush moves and all that. So I expect those guys up front to do a good job putting pressure on the quarterback.
Do you feel pretty deep at linebacker? Or at least
I wouldn't say pretty deep, but we have decent depth. Yeah, we have decent depth. Yeah, we have decent depth. Yeah. We're not where I'd like us to be from that standpoint. You know, it's when I'm comfortable with our depth is when we have great scout teams. You know, when you have guys like a Chad Brown that's on your scout team, but he's going to be a great player for you, or Greg Jones. I mean, I remember some of the scout teams we had and the guys that were on it. And when we get to that point, because then it allows you to have better quality practices. It allows you to do some things, more things from a physical standpoint than you are. Now, I'm not knocking the guys we have now. I just, feel like when we get to that point, then, that's part of the deal about building the program.
Major seemed to be having an all Big 12 type season before he got hurt. Has he been pretty solid?
Major's done very well. He's a captain, so that says a lot. Your peers think that much of you to vote you a captain. So Jon's had a very good camp. He's got better in the pass game, and I felt like that's where he needed a lot of work. Just watching him from last year, and he's got a lot better feel for that. So I'm pleased with him.
You already working on Hawaii stuff, or is that next week?
Yeah, we'll slowly we'll get going on that stuff. There's a lot of stuff that they do, so we started kind of mixing that stuff in.
What's McCullough do well? I mean, why did he jump out?
He gets open and he catches the ball.
It seems so simple.
Yeah,
Sounds so simple.
Simple task, but obviously it's not something everyone can do. He has a knack for it. He has a knack for finding the seams. He has, makes the tough catches in the middle, and he plays physical. That's what I liked about him on his tape, was how physical he was coming out of high school.
Okay.
He was a real physical player, and I think, when you get those long touchdown runs, it's because your receivers are downfield blocking and getting after it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference between a 12-yard run and a 60-yard run.
Okay.
It's your wide receivers and what they do in the run game. So I just think he's got a bright future here.
Is this a classic example of recruiting being an inexact science?
Oh yeah, I mean, it'll never be an exact science. You can, the thing about recruiting, you can make the numbers say whatever you want to say. You can say, oh, all 5-star guys, you're the better, that gives you the best chance. Or you can find 1 million sleepers that are gone first round. I mean, you can make it whatever. When you recruit, you got to find guys that fit your system, guys that have the mentality you want. I look at programs like Iowa. I don't know what their recruiting classes are every year, but I can guarantee you they're probably not in the top 30 every year, let alone top 10s. But yet they find a way to be BCS Bowl every 4 years, because Kirk does a great job of finding linemen. He does a great job of finding players for his system. Same with Wisconsin. I think there's some programs out there that, and I say those two because they're similar to us as far as having an in-state. When it comes to recruiting, as far as the numbers that you're going to have consistently every year. This is a very good year in Colorado this year, but normally, 3 or 4 guys? So you have to go out of state, just like Iowa. They have to go out of state. Wisconsin, they have to go out of state. So you have to do a good job of identifying. You got to do a good job of coaching them up when you get here. A lot of times you can get guys that are 5 stars or whatever they are, and they've peaked out. They don't know how to compete, or they've maxed out.